Hey everybody, welcome back to Inspired Dishes. Today I will be making caramel French toast with sprinkles. Now what gave me the idea for actually French toast was my kids. I asked them what they was having for breakfast and they said French toast. And then I thought about, even though of course I had French toast and I made it before, I think yeah, even on this channel, but I said, well, I got bread, I got different things, I can like put something together. So yeah, I pretty much got my bread, just use any plain white bread. If it's thick, that'll be good actually. You feel me? But yeah, I'm gonna sweeten it up with maple syrup, with 2 eggs. I also have caramel sauce and my sprinkles. Now you can use any sprinkles, but I use the small little, colorful ones. I had those sprinkles, so yeah, that's why I'm using it too. And also, I've got almond milk, but inside of my almond milk, I have a little bit of hazelnut creamer that I actually poured in there for something else. So yeah, that's also gonna sweeten it up. So let's get started. Okay, so in a big bowl, we're gonna pour our milk, almond milk, and the creamer. If you just use creamer without milk, that still will be good. There's no specific measurement, but just pour you some in there. I think I made four, and I actually had batter left over. So yeah, it's up to how many you try to make. And like I said, I'm gonna sweeten it with the maple syrup. Don't even ask me how much. Just throw you some in there, y'all. Not that much. I also will be putting in my 2 eggs, y'all. Now I actually like when you beat the eggs before you put it in that liquid because it make it a little difficult for me to mix once I put it in liquid. But yeah, you feel me? It don't really matter. It's up to you if you put it in before you beat it before. Just get like Michael Jackson and just beat it. Okay, now this time, look, I tried the best I could mix it, y'all. If you could actually mix it better, it would be good. Now, I have the end piece of the bread. Yeah, you see it. Yeah, a lot of people don't like to eat the end piece, and I used to be like that when I was younger, like, ooh, we got the cooties. But there ain't nothing wrong with that. Eat that real quick. Dip it in there real quick. Turn to each side, like, within a second. Because the longer you keep it in there, it's going to be soggy, and you're not going to have French toast. You're going to have soggy toast. Soggy sweet toast. So yeah, just put in there 1 second and then you turn to the side and then yeah, flip it over. Oh yeah, and I tell a lot of people use a finger. Now you see me also using a finger because I'm gonna be the only one eating this. However, if you're not gonna be the only one eating that, and I'm pretty sure even if your hands are clean, use some tongs or something or a spatula or something to like flip that over. Don't be using your hand if you go feed somebody else. But like I said, I'm just eating this by myself, so yeah. Okay, now I don't dip 4 breads, and you see how I have custard left over. We're pretty much just going to save that for another recipe. Now, also too, I'm not gonna show you what I'm gonna be eating that with eggs and bacon. And that's the juice from the bacon. I already made the bacon, so that's pretty much the juice you see there. Also, too, I like to use a little bit of butter. I didn't have butter, so that right there is butter flavored shortening. Just use a little bit. Okay, so yeah, don't be like me using that metal utensil. Whenever you use it in pots like this, you're supposed to use something like wooden or even if it's like a plastic spatula. But I really want to advise you to use plastic when you're heating up something. So like wooden. So yeah, just make sure you do that, yeah. So yeah, I got the bread on right now. It takes about a minute on each side, but as you will see, I will turn it over every once in a blue moon so it won't be like soggy. It's like so it can absorb more of that moisture, juice, or whatever. See how brown it look? It look good, but I'm still gonna flip it over once I do this side in order for it to be like more sturdier, y'all. Now you see how good it looks, brown and toasted, but you still can see like it's little like lean. You feel me? I don't know if that's a little, flimsy, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna flip it over again to make sure I toast it a little bit more, and then I'm gonna put it in a warm oven on warm. Setting is warm to keep the French toast warm. While I pretty much make my eggs because I already have the bacon made. Okay, there's no more bacon fat inside the pan. However, I'm just gonna put a little bit more margarine in order to fry up the rest. of the pieces of my French toast. Okay, I'm gonna just gonna show you real quick how I prepare my eggs. I'm not gonna show you me cooking it because we all know how to cook egg. But yeah, I'm just gonna show you what I make it with. Yeah, when it comes to cracking eggs, it's like yeah, but thank God no children get inside there. But I'm pretty much just gonna crack 2 eggs. Now I used to be the one to just season it with salt and pepper, but yeah, I like these little seasoning in my eggs. So yeah, that was chicken bouillon powder. Yes, and I love cheese also inside of my eggs. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this jalapeno cheese. I usually use cheddar cheese. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, just as long as it's cheese, yeah. And it's already yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to be that loose like that, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, on my another recipe, you see me use milk in order to make the eggs fluffy. However, I figured since the cheese was already like loose, it should be okay. And I also too that milk, like I showed you earlier, the almond milk, it had creamer in it. The hazelnut creamer, so I didn't want my eggs to taste like hazelnut creamer. So yeah, that's why I didn't pretty much put milk in it. Okay, so I don't pretty much cook the eggs as well. So yeah, I'm pretty much got my French toast out the oven and I pretty much just laid it down. Now you can't see, but inside of that cup, I pretty much got a little bit of caramel sauce and like a teaspoon of maple syrup. And I know some of y'all would say, ain't that too sweet? The French toast are already sweet enough. That's too much sweet. Now you pretty much can use salt, like a pinch of salt inside of that caramel sauce and the maple syrup in order for it not to be so sweet, but I can't find my salt, but yeah, it still worked out. So just mix it also too, because that maple syrup will actually loosen up the caramel sauce. And as you can probably see, it's a little dark, but yeah, I'm pretty much just not sprinkling it, but like putting it over the bread, and that actually will be like a binder for the sprinkles as well. Because if you think you're just gonna put sprinkles on there, it's gonna fall right off. And even if you just use the maple syrup by itself, I don't know. I feel like the sprinkles gonna. I don't know. You just need something a little bit more thicker. That's why I got the caramel sauce, and I love caramel sauce too. So yeah, after you put that on, we're just gonna pretty much sprinkle it like how I'm doing it. Yeah, sprinkle like that. Yeah, it's so pretty. It's so colorful. It looked like a party French toast. This is the French toast. This is the bacon, and these are the eggs. Yes, y'all. Yes, like I did that. You did that, tape. So yeah, we about to head on over and see how this tasting. Hey everybody, I'm going to eat in front of y'all my creation, and as you see earlier, try not to. Yes, y'all. Yes. All right, let me taste the French toast. I know some people use a knife and a fork. I'm about to go on with my hand. But like I said in the recipe, I know some people might say, "Ooh, that's too much sweet." Like you got caramel, then you got syrup, and then like the batter had. I put a little bit of maple syrup in the batter, and also too it had like a little bit hazelnut inside the milk, almond milk. So that's why I didn't want to overdo it. But like I said, just put some salt in it to balance it. And I would have put some salt in it, but I actually kind of like sweet food, but also I couldn't find the salt, y'all. So let me taste it now. Mm. All right, now this is good, y'all, and it's not overly sweet as I thought it would be. But we added all that stuff with sugar in it. It's not overly sweet, and I know because I love sweets, so it might be kind of hard, but it still tastes sweet now. Don't get me wrong, but it's not overly sweet. But like I said, if it's too much for you, you can just put a pinch of salt in it. But yeah, this is good. Now I do still taste a little bit, not soggy. So I make sure I cook it so it can be firm, but it's still not as strong how I would want it. You know how when you have your cereal and milk, it be crunchy at first, but then as you like time progress, it gets soggy, but it's still at the stage of when you first put the milk and the cereal in there. You probably like let it wait for like 3 minutes. It still got that little bite, but now this don't have a bite, but it's still good though. The crunchiness of the sprinkles, it give it that crunch. Like I said, because the French toast is not a little crunchy, even though French toast should be crunchy, but it's like the sprinkles make up for that. So you still get that crunchiness. And the sprinkles is pretty too, but I also had it. I said, why not be creative? So I'm about to try the eggs. The cheese I use, I don't know if I ever used it for my eggs. I probably did, but I know I used it for my grits before. Cause I love cheese grits, so I had that before, and I said, why don't I just use the cheese for my grits? And it was pretty good. And what I realized, like me, I don't like spicy food, but what I realized, my spice tolerance has actually increased a little bit. Now I still don't want food like super spicy and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna just say out of 10, being the hottest, I probably like a 4, a 3 or 4. When I really, at first it was like a 1, 0.5, a 1. So now I can like take like a 3. Probably not a 4, I'm overdoing it, but like a 3.5. So yeah, certain stuff I put like a little spice in it, not too much, but a little bit. So I'm gonna try this eggs. It's good. If you see me season my eggs with chicken bouillon powder, I like to season my eggs with different seasons now. And that I can actually taste that chicken bouillon powder in here, but I also can taste that cheese. It's good, y'all. That's all I know. You know, with the other one, I used milk last time to make my eggs a little fluffy. This time I didn't use milk, but the cheese was a little bit creamy, a little bit runny. I was like, is it supposed to be this runny like this? But yeah, I said, since it's a little runny, I didn't use the milk this time. And also too, with the milk, like I explained, the milk have a little bit of hazelnut creamer from last time when I used it. So I didn't want to use it for my eggs to have that, that hazelnut taste on my eggs. So I didn't use the milk. But this egg is still fluffy and good, y'all. And I didn't do nothing spectacular with the bacon. I just cooked the bacon up. It's a good meal, y'all. It's a good breakfast. Now I need to wash this down with water. Stuff like this, even I tell my kids, like, when you have all that sugar and stuff, you need to wash it down with water. Even though you should always have water, but still, if you're gonna have sweet stuff like this, you need to wash it down with water. So yeah, I need to fix my cup of water, but yeah. If I was to rate it, the eggs are fluffy. You can never go wrong with bacon. Now, turkey bacon, that's another thing. Well, as far as like, ground turkey, I already eat that instead of ground beef. However, with the bacon, it's like, no, I'm finna go swine all day. And with the French toast, all of it is good. The sprinkles add that little crunch. I would give it a 10. And like I said, it's not because I'm not being biased. If you watch my channel, you know I'm not biased at all with my cooking. But this is Dynamite. Where JJ at? This Dynamite. That's all I had to say regarding this. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and also make sure you try this recipe out. Y'all have a blessed day.